One Big Lie is a back to basics production for us. The past few years have seen us go fairly epic. We've had the first two installments of our war musical triptych. We've had, Salmon Island Forever and 72 Hours in Moscow this year. And, previous years have also seen us do The Smallest Story Ever Told, where we explode slightly more elegiac territory. So this is very much more grounded in reality. It's got the narrative backbone of a legal thriller, but at its core it's this cold, dark, black comedy. The cast are incredible. We've got our returning champions of Gary Robson, Tamsin Davidson, David Robson, who collectively have been in all of our productions to date. We also have a bit of a reunion. Fraser Smiles and Rachel Cross are playing opposite each other. Sam and Isla are reunited, although it's fairly safe to say there's no love lost between their characters this time. A lot more combative there. Trudy Morrison is playing very much against type in the role of Toni Collins. She was originally slated to play a completely different character, but after hearing her read Toni, it was just no one else was going to do that. The play has a very recognisable time period. It starts on the eve of the 7/7 bombings and goes right up to the night of the opening ceremony of the London 2012 Olympics. So as the country begins to pull itself together and becomes more upward looking, in its attitude, the acts of these characters is thrown to a starker and starker contrast as the show goes on. The story is told from two perspectives, the first being Rachel Cox's character, Karen McGinley, and that takes us up to the start of Act 2. The first portion of Act 2 is told from Toni Collins' point of view, and they're both claiming victimhood in this story. Karen through coercion, and Toni by falling for the lie. Karen unwittingly sets in motion a series of events that result in them committing the most audacious and outrageous act of fraud, as we see these blue-collar workers commit what is typically a white-collar crime. It is based in fact, but we have altered much of the circumstances and changed the names of the individuals concerned. The actual events of what really happened are merely a jumping off point for a work of complete fiction here, which is the story we're telling. This is the darkest tale we've told, most morally murky tale we've told since human interest stories. The script's more concerned with how these people manipulate the truth and each other to get their way, than it is concerned with being an Ocean's 11 style crime caper. The comedy comes from a very dark place. These unconscionable acts that these people are doing. There's no heroes and villains here. Everyone has their worse and better angels on their shoulders, and how these people justify their actions to each other and themselves, particularly Mark Viva's character of Marshall Allen Lee, is the backbone of the story. We are continuing our tradition of doing introductory films for our modern set pieces. So we have two short films, and the second of these is really quite special, as well as ushering in our new characters and filling in some interesting tidbits on some supporting players. It also revisits some characters from earlier shows. So Alex McDonald-Smith is going to reprise his role of Will Napier from Human Interest Stories. Sarah Rooney will be bringing back Gail from Love or Money and Other Stories, and Ross Slack is going to be returning to Matthew Donnelly from The Smallest Story Ever Told. So there's no reason for this beyond celebrating half a decade and pure trivia and fun is always good. One Big Lie opens on the 16th of February for 3 nights at the Maltings, and you should book tickets now. It's funny, smart, and the cast are incredible, and you're going to have a good night.